Hello, welcome to LTSQ Space Arch Linux explanation. Right now, the operating system of LTSQ, right, is all going to be based in a 360-degree environment of the actual um, uh, hard drive, right? The hard drive and its operating system won't be a Windows environment, and it won't be a Linux environment, right? It will be an installed to the hard drive bootable um, 3D engine, right? Now the 3D engine is going to be placed on the hard drive, and when you switch it on, it boots up to the actual 360-degree engine, right? Now that is going to be the desktop, right? In the engine, you're going to be able to build and create any kind of environment that you desire for your computer desktop, right? 360 degrees, and there is a very good reason why we're doing it, right? In the spaceship. Now, this can be transported into any other industry, right? It can be transported to car vehicle industry, translated to aeroplane industry, transferred to in-house modeling of your environment, can be placed into office buildings for company management and company skills, where you have a myriad of virtual tools at your beck and call, network virtual tools, and a whole host of other virtual tools, virtual hard drives, virtual memory, virtual space. Everything is going to be virtual, right? Now, with the advent of all of this new booming industry of AI, right, who knows what's going to happen? But the environment is this in the spaceship itself, right? The spaceship is a 360-degree containment environment, right? And in it is a whole load of technology, a whole load of engines, a whole load of infrastructure interior, and all of it needs 360-degree modeling of an environment for it to know and understand what is going on within the ship, right? So the ship will be scanned, right, by the actual system that you put in to the actual computer. When you put the computer in the system, it will do a scan of all the hardware. And it will not only scan all the hardware, but it will also scan the schematical designs of the actual craft, right? And it will take all the serial numbers, and it will take all of the identification of the hardware, and take all the identification of the engines, the interior of the engines, the makeup of the engines, the utter and total 360-degree blueprint of the interior of your craft. Now, like I said, all of this desktop, with it having a 360 engine built in as the principal service of its environment, rather than a desktop, you will have a myriad of tools available, right? It will revolutionize the area of industry, revolutionize, and it will bring this to 3D modeled printing capabilities. Every single thing that you place in the environment of my LTSQ desktop will be 360-degree model, right? Hook it up to a manufacturing plant, and whatever you model in 360 degrees, you will be able to print out, right? Circuit boards, print out engine compartment, engine parts. You'll be able to print out casings. You will be able to print out to your heart's content, and they will be specifically geometrically designed to function, and they will be specifically geometrically designed and engineered to fit into all the necessary known spaces that you can then print out further to drop them into, right? LTSQ space is LTSQ space. Space environment for virtually any single thing you wish. Now, thank you very much for listening. This is the reason why that the LTSQ and its desktop and its 360-degree environment of desktop will be appearing and be a downloadable option for you to be able to manipulate your own area of your own existence. But how long will it take? Is the question. Anyway, this is how it goes, right? Once we have the modeling designed into the hardware, right? And we have all the things that we ever will require, right? The only thing that will ever be required or needed is the upgrading of the virtual environment engine, right? Now, on my website, you will see something called Orca, right? Now, Orca is communication in the system, communications based on military technology, it's based on submarine design work, it is based on interior refitting, it is designed and based on can you change and improve the environment of your own vehicle, right? And are you capable of being able to be engineered enough to be able to rip out the interior of, of it and then rebuild a brand new interior to it, right? With all the upgrades and all of the new manufactured parts and all the new all kinds of things, right? And then are you capable of being able to manipulate the environment of the shell casing in which the craft is made of and have it connected to energy and connected to electricity into the system and repair the outside of your shell, right? Can you manipulate and change the molecular structure of a tiny thin layer of something that might be crystallizing over the surface of it, right? Can you improve it? Can you incorporate it? Are you flying through universal and various other gaseous areas with electrical field and magnetic, um, uh, magnetic fields and electrical currents in it, right? Are you in a gas, right, where the gas itself will be possibly reacting to the order of your shell, right? Can you coat your ship with various universal knowledge of all sorts of things, right? Is it capable and possible to keep the thing up and running and in full-blown repair technology through radiation attack? In all of this, the question is yes, it is. Now, with all of that in mind, there is this molecule thinking, right, of an environment of untold manipulations of molecules, right? In space, there are all these environments. And your shell is also just as much in the environment itself. We can find the relevant environment with all the relevant conditions in it. We might be able to cope the ship with something that would be of a defensive structure or even an interest in extra communicational capabilities. Or is it something that we can manipulate through molecular um, um, what's the word, design structural work, right? And build a connection to computer generated geometry in molecules, right, across the surface. What can we do with it, right? What can we create out of it? What is the surface that you can produce purely by being in space? Well, depends on the solar system and what there is out in our solar system. But there are loads of gases and there are loads of places you can stand, sit over Jupiter and just have a look to see what the environment of Jupiter is, right? You can magnetize an electric field your ship around all these environments, right? And you'll be able to do all sorts of untold and unthinkable things that you were never able to consider before, right? And all because of a 360-degree environment of desktop, right? I haven't finished. The environment of desktop will have what is known as an installed Linux system into it, right? So it will have all of the terminals, it'll have all of the communications to all the hardware, and you can call it forth in your 360-degree environment through your main screen. Right? 1 minute, 360 degrees like I'm in, next minute, flat green flat plane, full Linux system with terminal and software applications and all the rest of your coded information of code and all the rest, right? And you'll be working away, saving all the stuff virtually in your design world. Right? So I'm going to leave it there. I think I've said enough as it is. It is in the process of being designed and developed, and we are trying to produce the relevant and best possibility of um, engine success. But needless to say, all of this will be handed over to the Free Software Federation and the Free Software Foundation Group because it's Linux, right? And we have to comply to it all being offered for free because it's the way forward in developing. Now, my one, LTSQ-1, right, Space, Arch, whichever the outcome of it was going to be, right, is my one, right? And I love that. I love that one locked down in various areas of various other places. Of please respect the order, and please respect the design, and please respect the way in which it functions and works, and please respect, right? And I will actually have it hooked up to hardware, but I will be selling it with the hardware, right? You pay for the hardware, you get everything else for free. And any other services that might be a cost affordable service for anyone in any kind of environment of enterprise or any environment of business management or company balancing or whatever you desire. But don't forget, full 360-degree environment of utter and total management, right, and utter and total control of the whole of your existence of living when it comes to business can be placed in this environment. So thank you very much for listening.